Today on Mesa Makes, I'm going to show you how to turn this 2x4 Lego brick into a 2x4 plate with some slight modifications and a really easy workflow so we can start making some assemblies all in Onshape. So let's jump right in. Alrighty, if you come on over here and you look in our drawing, today we're going to be taking that brick, like I said, that 2x4 brick, and we're going to turn it into that 2x4 plate. Notice that our plate dimensions are going to be only 3.2 tall, and our studs are still going to be 1.8 millimeters tall, but we only need this little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy that 2x4. Notice that we have the same geometry on the bottom, however we're missing those little nubs that we had. So if we take a look here, this is that 3D printed model. You can see these little nubs right here, those clutch pieces, aren't existing on our actual 2x4 plate. So that's kind of the difference. But let's jump into Onshape on our drawing, and we'll go here. So if you guys have this public model, you have the link to this. You can get it down in the description below. But if you pull this up and you want to make your own copy, this is how I would go about doing it. So step one, we're going to right click that 2x4 brick in our 2x4 file, and we're going to say duplicate, just like we did on all our other ones. And now you'll see I have a 2x4 brick. Let me see. There we go. We got a 2x4 brick, and we got a 2x4 brick copy number 1. So we'll go into our copy, and we will rename this from 2x4 copy to 2x4 plate. And now, just so we can differentiate, we know in our 2x4 plate, I made it that green color. Our color is going to be 2CA152. So 2x4 plate. We're going to right click on part 1, and we are going to edit the appearance. And I believe it was 2CA152. Enter, and now we have our green brick. Okay, so we have here, if you follow me, you zoom in, we have this thing that's called a rollback bar. And what we want to do with that rollback bar is we can slide it all the way up, but you got to think about this as a timeline right here. So we have our feature tree and everything that happens. So we did our sketch first, then we extruded, then sketched, then extruded, shelled, sketch, extrude, sketch, extrude, sketch, extrude, mirror. Okay, but what we need to do is we need to roll back to where we created some of that geometry. So if we look at sketch 1, that's not going to have to change, right? That's still the same. We still need to extrude it to a specific height, but what we need to do is extrude that to instead of 9.6, we need to go and check our drawing, and we need that to be 3.2. So if we go back to 2x4 plate and we change that to 3.2 and we press enter, now we can see, okay, we roll around to the side and I have that geometry and I've shrunk it down to a plate. And some of you guys might be satisfied with that, but I am a purist and I need my Legos to match what they are in actuality and in reality. So I need to come through and I need to get rid of some of this stuff. So I know my holes and my geometry is all in the same spot, but I need to get rid of the ribs here. If we look on our drawing, our 2x4 plate drawing, I don't have that cross rib and I don't have those clutch pieces. So let's jump back over here, and I'm just going to go and see where. So there's shell, and before that I drew on, was it in sketch 1, sketch 2? Gotta find, there we go. Sketch 5 is where we drew those. So it looks to me like we don't actually need those anymore. So I could just delete extrude 5 and sketch 5 from my feature tree, and you'll see that it'll go along there. Also though, you'll see mirror 1 turned red now because it's missing the geometry that was being mirrored over, which was that sketch 5 and that extrude 5. So what we need to do now, so we'll delete that mirror 1, and if we click on here, it'll highlight extrude 4 and sketch 4, and we can delete those as well, and we end up with a nice 2x4 plate ready to be printed out, 3D printed. You can just use these. We're going to use these in our assemblies next week, but I wanted to show you kind of what we've done so far. So I'm going to switch back over to the camera here, and you'll see that I've done a couple of these. Let me find my other guy. I have one 2x4 plate here. There it is. It's hiding under my keyboard. And I got another one here, and you'll see that it printed fairly well. So again, these are 400% of the size of an actual Lego plate. I'm still getting some elephant's foot. Some of that filament was a little old, and I gotta re-level my bed. But when I do smaller stuff, it seems to work better. It's when I start stretching out to my whole build plate that I kind of get that issue. But for what we're doing right now, just for a sake of does it work, did they click together, this is kind of what we're going to do. So I have my plates. They do still click together, so I have 2 plates here. And so if you're doing this as a teacher or just as one to learn yourself, notice it's not quite 2/3. There's a little bit difference, and there's a whole bunch of math that goes into how many layers actually stack up, and you know the flex power and all kinds of different stuff with Legos. There's a lot of engineering that goes into them. But if we take my first brick that I printed, and this is one of the things I wanted to show you. So we had those issues with the print in that first one, and I can take my brick with the elephant's foot that still is printed fairly well, my plate, and it attaches, and then my 2 by 2 slope 45 roof tile that we did, that attaches. I can take my other 2x4 brick, attach it to that plate right there, and then I could take my 2x2 brick and put it on there. I could take my other 2x4 plate, and we'll flip this guy over. We can put that on the bottom like so. There we go. Take another brick, 2x4 brick, we'll put that next to this other roof tile over here. And one more over here I can put on top like so. And you can do these in a bunch of different configurations. But basically what I wanted you to see is that we can actually build with these things. So I've been showing these to my students, using them in some assignments, making them measure them with calipers and do different stuff. But these are able to be put together, and even with those defects, so you can see some of these didn't print right, and we got some gaps here, right? So these were printed on 2 different printers. I printed most of them on one Ender 3, and then obviously the rose gold ones were printed on a different printer over a variety of weeks since we started this, and they're all working pretty well. So it's been, here in California, it's been triple digits, like high. We had like 110 day one day, and you know, this is in my shop that has an air conditioning, but it's a swamp cooler, so I wasn't drying any filament. I was using old filament, some new filament, kind of just odds and ends here and there, and they seem to all work. So if you're making these for a kid, I don't think they're going to notice. They're not going to care too much. Some of these don't have the greatest clutch power anymore because my students, my big kids, as my daughter calls them, have been playing with them a lot because they've been sitting on my desk. But it's a good little proof of concept. I mean, obviously, if you wanted to make a set, you could print all these out, make your own, model a bunch of different things, and then you could glue them together. I kind of want to make some of the Lego models that I have in here, but bigger, macro sized, and see what we can do from there. So that's going to do it for our basics. And next week, we'll actually get into assembling these not only in person, but we will assemble these on Onshape in the assembly view. So I'm just going to show you that before we head out for the day. Thank you to everybody who's been buying merch. I know payday should be happening when this video comes out for most of us. So hopefully that's what we're waiting for. But I wanted to show you, I got some of my samples in. If you guys were wondering, this is that 22-ounce cup in the 1,000 member club variety. So if you're wondering how big is that 22 ounce, you know, you want to see it, this is kind of what we got going on. And then I have the 11 ounce Educate, Fabricate, Caffeinate, my teacher mug, in the 11 ounce size. So if you're wondering, this is a typical, like what you get at a restaurant, just a normal. This is the one I should have got the Educate, Fabricate, Caffeinate one in, because, you know, us teachers, we drink a lot of coffee, so this is probably what I should have done. And so far, that's all I've got, but I did get my buttons as well. So if you're looking at that button pack, let's get that to focus a little better. There's the white Mesa Makes button. There's the Core E, my little helper bot. If you have a better name for him, I'm taking suggestions. Maybe we'll do it as a little contest or a poll. But Core E with an idea on a button. The black background with a white Mesa Makes logo. And then the two, put those the right way, the black and white Educate, Fabricate, and we'll get a little closer. Educate, Fabricate, Dominate buttons. There we go. Let's try to get that to focus. And it's not going to do it. But there we go. We got those. They turned out really well. I think you can pick up that set. I think it's about $10-ish, maybe less. I don't know. I have to check the prices again. But to get to that site, it's going to be mesa-makes-shop.fourthwall.com. The link will be in the description below. I'm waiting for my shoes to come in, the flag. I did find, you know, I had some requests already. People were saying they're waiting because they didn't see any kids' clothes on there and children's clothes. I found the link. I'm going to make those, so I'll be working on that here this week to make those come out and be available on the shop. As far as coupon codes goes, those are still available. We have that super fan code. Remember, it was for the first 10 people, and I haven't had that many orders yet, or people just haven't been using that code. And the code 1000 for 25% off your whole order. So go ahead and get there. Mesa-makes-shop.fourthwall.com. Buy yourself some merch, show off, tell everybody that you're learning Onshape and that it's never too late to start learning stuff. So that's going to do it for us today. Hope to see you guys next week. Take care.